everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you my Lots to Love chocolate box. Excuse me. As you can see, I've used the beautiful Painted with Love DSP. I've got this fabulous Celebration glimmer ribbon that's Calypso Coral, which obviously goes perfectly with this suite. A few embellishments, but inside this lovely box, which obviously is part of the framelets from the suite, I've used one of the narrow note cards and just added my own chocolate heart onto the front. A really cute, different Valentine's Day card, and I hope that it's something that's just a little bit different that you may want to make for, you know, just whether you want to make it for, you know, as a surprise for someone, you know, maybe a work colleague or someone, as either a bit of a joke, or you could make one for your partner. Either or, but I think it's just lovely. And so I'm going to show you how to make it. Now, I have to be totally honest with you, I did start to film this and then the battery went in my camera. So annoying. So I have part cut stuff, but I didn't want to waste my DSP and stuff, so I thought, do you know what, I'll just manage to save it and come back to it and sort of explain what I've done. So this is as far as I got. This actually has already got adhesive on, if you can see. As I say, I managed to rescue it and thought, right, I don't need to waste this. So I can show you what I did. So we have the Lots to Love box framelets that are part of the Sure Do Love You suite, which is the Painted with Love DSP that I'm using as well. Your framelets inside will look probably a bit tidier than this, but this is what they look like. So you need to cut 2 of these, which gives you these shapes. So you need 2. And then you also need your heart to cut your aperture out of. Now, this one I just cut straight out. This one, when I cut it out, I put my heart in as well. Simple as that. So I then have these 2 pieces. If you want to die cut the notch for your thumb, when you open your boxes, you have that little notch. That's what these are for. There are 2 in case you want to do both, or maybe in case you lose one. They're both the same size, so I don't know why you'd have 2, but anyway, let's not complain because it's great that we do have 2. So that's that part. So once I'd done my cutout, fold and burnish all of those score lines. And then I added a window sheet just to the inside of my heart. And now I look at that, I actually realise that my heart's not actually straight, but never mind. So this is my front and this would be my top. So obviously this one's exactly the same. Turn it round. I have trimmed off a part of this because when it's tucked underneath, it would have shown through the bottom of the heart there. So I've just trimmed that off. I'm going to reapply adhesive because it has been out a little while my battery's been charging. So apply adhesive to the 2 sides and then you just simply need to line them up. Now I find the best way of doing this is I fold this over and then butt this edge up to the crease so that it's level, and obviously you can just eyeball the ends to make sure that you've got them lined up. So there's my first one, nicely lined up. A little bit of adhesive there just over the edge. Let's get rid of that. This one is slightly trickier because you've obviously got your box already made up, but again, if you sort of find your own way of tucking that piece into the corner, folding, like I said, it is tricky. Fold that top over and just make sure that you're lined up. And there we have that bit. So that's that piece done. Now, if you're like me and you've got little hands, you can potentially get your hand in there and press this down to seal it. Alternately, press it over and give it a squidge. There we go. So there's my box made up. I haven't put adhesive on the bottom just because I don't feel I need to. Just remember when you tuck this up that there is that window sheet there. So if you think, why is this not going? It's because it's catching on the window sheet. But there's my box. Obviously we need to decorate it, but we also need to make our card. So if I just bring this one back in. So I have my chocolate heart. Now obviously I have got my heart that I die cut from this box. Now you can, if you want to, you could stick that on. I don't want to because I just don't, it's not my design. But I am going to use this beautiful heart happiness to stamp some hearts on my card. So I'm going with this one initially. And I'm actually going to stamp this one up at the top. Need some spray, some mist on my Stampin' Mist pad. There we go. That's better. So that's that one. I then want this lovely big stripy one, kind of in the centre if you like. And then I'm going to use this one just to add a couple at the bottom, sort of interlinked I think. So that's those ones stamped on, and then just to save a little bit of time I have already stamped and die cut these ones. They are out of the Sweet and Sassy framelit spots, striped and the solid heart. Sorry, they are out of Heart Happiness and I die cut them with the Sweet and Sassy framelets. Crikey, can't get my words out. So I'm just going to again stick these on. Yes, I did make a mess when I first did them, so I'm just reusing. So I'm going to put that one there, and then this one overlapping there. Little one at the bottom there. And then I simply need a couple of glue dots to adhere my chocolate. Stick on there, thank you. And my chocolate is just going there. So that's my narrow card made up. And so this should sit nicely inside. And just shut the top up. And then there is a little bit of wiggle space in there. And then obviously I just need to add my ribbon. So I just lay this on the top and cut the length I want. Need to trim that one slightly at an angle. And then to tie that one up, I actually used a length of the gold ribbon. Because A, I think it's lovely, and B, I think it just makes a nice change. So I've got my ribbon where I want it, and this is where you become completely like an octopus. So I held the two bits there, which is very awkward, and then I have my other fingers to tie my knot. And that is beautifully tight now. Double knot to hold it in place because I don't want it slipping undone. Even though I'm all fingers and thumbs again. There we go. And then I'm just literally trimming this right down because I don't need any lengths of this sticking out everywhere. And then I just need to decorate. So I have two hearts here, again from the Sweet and Sassy framelets that I used gold glimmer paper. So the large one is going to go just up there, and my smaller one just there. And now all I need is to do my little banner here. So I've got my embossing buddy. Excuse me. my Versamark, my stamping block, just for you, out of the Sure Do Love You. Stamp that on there. Get rid of those. White embossing powder. And you could use gold if you wished, but I just wanted something a little different, and I just thought the white will just pick out the white in the cardstock. Heat tool. And just give this, make sure you don't hold this too close to your chocolates or you'll end up with melted chocolate on your card. And I probably am holding my heat tool a bit too close, but it's only because I'm trying to do it quickly, just to show you guys. There we go, it's just starting to turn now. Okay, so that's that bit done. Grab my dimensionals, and I've got one heart left, look, on my sheet. Keep that to hand. Pop these over here a second, because I now need my trimmer. And I'm just going to, and that's not actually straight, so I'm going to line it up, and I'm doing this purely on eyeball. I'm lining it up with just a line that I can see on my trimmer. So let's cut, because that now is straight. It gives me a straighter edge to cut with. So again, just lining this up, eyeballing it, oops. And then just the last little bit. Get rid of those. And then all I did with this one, again, you can use your grid paper or anything, and I just sort of eyeballed the centre and cut a banner. You can obviously use the triple banner punch, maybe a bit large for this because it's such a small one, but I think it's just as easy to do it that way. Couple of dimensionals on the back. My single heart just up there. And then I can pop it on my Lots to Love chocolate box, and as usual I just thought I'm going to do this totally off centre and off the straight line because that's what I like to do. But there we go, so there is your Lots to Love chocolate box, and I think any recipient would be honoured to receive one of these cards. I mean, you could always put a panel on the back, but hey, isn't Valentine's meant to be secretive anyway? So I think this would be a great way of sending someone a gift, leaving it on their desk or in a drawer so that they don't actually realise, and then they don't know who it's from. Even better. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye!